Hello everyone, and welcome back to Laser Invasion for the NES. Now we're on stage 2, and so now that we've saved Spider, the next mission that we have to do is that there's actually an enemy bomber that is in the area that we're going to blow up later on. And so what happens though, the bomber itself can't be detected by radar. So now it's like, oh god lord, they got a stealth bomber. That's not good. So now we have to like find plans to find the plane. So next thing we're gonna do is though, we're gonna move on to stage 2. I just kind of picked the same exact missiles and pick the fuel tank. For equipment, you can pick whatever you want to. There's 3 kinds of missiles like in Top Gun. There's the short range, the medium range, and the long range. They all have their different ammo counter. You know, the medium-sized missiles have the lowest, have like the largest ammo counter, and as you go to higher missiles, they actually have lower counter for how many times you can actually use them. For equipment, you have the fuel tank, which I always use all the time because you kind of run the fuel really fast. You also have I think it's like a bomb, and there's a chaff grenade as well. As I got hit by a missile or by a bomb or missile that dropped out of the sky there. So as we start moving on to our next objective. Now in stage 2, also in stage 4, there's going to be 3 dots there. The dots are basically other places you have to go to first before you go to the main dot up top. You have to go to both dots before you go to the one up top. First of all, as I run through the next light gun section. Now also, you might have also saw a green plus sign there. If you kind of run out of equipment like missiles and stuff, you kind of flying around and go, where do I go, what do I do? You can go back there. It's actually kind of like a headquarters there. You can actually go back there, land, refuel, and take off again, which is actually pretty good in the game itself as we move on to our next light gun section. Let me see, did I forget anything about this game? I'm forgetting about... Oh yeah, also, when you're in stage 2, if you also remember, the environment hazards, also, you also have those there. You'll have trees in this stage, and then you'll have lightning in the next stage, and you have to avoid the lightning, and you have to avoid the trees. Yes, you cannot shoot them. Yes, you have to avoid them, and yes, they'll kill you in one hit. That's how I was trying to remember that as we keep flying through. Now, the funny thing I like about this area is the guards that come down from the building out the windows, because if they jump off the 2nd floor, you can shoot them before they hit the ground, which is actually pretty funny. But like I said before about the environment, I'm trying to remember what that was right now. I just shot a guy who was trying to jump through the window there. You have to battle nature. So yep, you have to battle lightning, and you have to battle trees. As you see there, I just blew up a tank with my gun. With regular bullets, I blew up a tank. Not going to question game logic on that one. Just let that slide and move on forward to our next base. Now, the one thing you have to do is that in order to get to the main, in order to actually access the main base that you have to go to, you have to actually find 2 key cards, and this is the reason why we're going to these 2 areas first. On the sides, to the left and the right first, to get the 2 key cards. To get the 2 key cards we need before we can actually access the final area. Before we actually can get to, our next objective that we have to do. So we keep running around. I find key card 2, and that's it there. So we can escape as we hop back in the helicopter again. Watch the area blow up. And then we move on to our next section. So in this area, like I said before, you're going to be fighting a lot of planes, a lot of tanks, a lot of jeeps. And you're also going to have to battle, and you also got to fly by trees. Yes, trees. If you heard me before, you have to battle trees. Yes, there's trees that go towards the base on the left, on the bottom left corner there, and there's trees going towards the main base. There's trees everywhere around this area. I guess, I guess Top Gun 2, they kind of said, okay, we're going to put some more trees in there. There's not enough trees in the area. So now we're going to start, we're going to get to the trees. Like I said before, avoid the trees. Don't let them hit you because you'll die in one hit. Light missiles and everything else. As there's no planes. And then there's some more jeeps and stuff. And then as we keep moving forward, we're going to find, and as I get hit by another missile. Darn you, plane. And then here come the trees. Once again, don't let the trees hit you. You'll die in one hit. And then we land on our next enemy heliport. So I'm going to start landing here. And see what happens is it said my landing attempt was a failure. Even though the error was flashing, my landing attempt was a failure. So now I have to retake off again, and I have to turn around in the land of trees. And so forth. Just make sure to avoid all the trees. Turn around, go back to the landing pad. What you wanted to also do is that big circle that turns to a plus. You want to keep that at least in the landing pad. The plus itself, you want to keep it landing pad. That's basically the helicopter itself. And I get my gun ready to go as I run into the next base. Once again, you're gonna take out a whole bunch of enemies here. All the other guards basically just take one shot. The guys with the shotguns or the machine guns that come up, kind of like in your face, they take 2 shots. You'll also find TNT. TNT will blow up everything. Not only will it take out the enemies, it'll also blow up the crates. So you want to be careful if you see a crate somewhere to shoot the crate and grab the item before you shoot the TNT. Like I said before, TNT destroys everything. Every single item, every single person on the screen. Very helpful thing as I find the heart there. And see, I'll pick it up right now because I basically have full health. There, as I was trying to say in the first part. As we keep going, I'll grab the health now. Keep on running through, keep on shooting down the soldiers. Like I said before, this part of the area is actually pretty simple. It does actually get harder later on, especially when you get. There's actually one base in Chapter 4 that is like a pain in the neck, and then the final area. Oh, don't get me started on that, because I basically have a name for that one, but it's basically a game that the final area of the game. Let me touch on that real quick for right now, if that's okay for everybody. It's actually kind of like a game that somebody did and they raised over a lot. It's almost like that. You're gonna die a lot in that area. And the worst thing about and I kind of get. I mean, there's a whole lot of. Sorry, let me just start right there. There's a whole lot of worse things about it, but I'll actually get to that when stage 4 gets here. So we just keep on shooting a whole bunch of soldiers there, and then we start moving in the area. Now, if you haven't seen the door open yet, usually there's a knife guy somewhere, and you have to wait for him to pop up before you kind of take him, before you can finally open the door. So we take out the nice knife guy, run in. There's another ambush, and then we go in, and then we take out the next. Ambush guy next key card. Now, sure, a lot of people are going, Ryu, what about the boss of the area? We haven't seen the boss of the area yet because the boss for stage 1 popped up so quick before you went to the base. Then you blew the base up and then you got finished with the stage. What about this stage? Well, stage 2 and stage 4 are the only stages where you are going to have to go to the area and the boss comes last. Stage 1 and stage 3, the bosses come first. So we're gonna start avoiding trees to get to the area, to get to our next destination. The area, the last of the circles. Now, also, when you also land at an enemy helicopter, when you land at an enemy base, your fuel and your missiles, and I also believe your equipment will automatically recharge themselves, so you're good to go there. So we keep flying up north. Trying to dodge all the missiles as best as I can. Try to dodge all the fire and all the missiles to the best of my abilities as I refuel. And then we come across the next set of trees. Now, all the tanks in the area will basically die with one missile. All the all the planes, all the helicopters as well. Just make sure you hover enough. Then, once again, we're gonna land one more time. Once again, just make sure. And then I landed outside the area because one of the arrows was actually blinking there. So I gotta turn around. Try my best not to get shot. Try my best not to hit any trees. If they pop back up anywhere. And then we go back, try it again. To land the copter. And then I screwed up my landing again, so as we always say, 3 times the charm. So, I'm gonna land again! And I turn around for a 3rd time, and then this time, I will stick my landing, and then we shall go in through the last of the light gun sections of stage 2 before we move on to our next base area. So you already seen all the areas, so yeah, there's really no reason for me to keep repeating the same thing over and over again. Just, you know, I get my gun ready, I land, get my gun ready to go, run through the area, just shoot everybody. If you shoot the TNT, once again, make sure that there's no crates anywhere because it'll blow up everything in the area. Also, those pillars in the background, there also sometimes will be guards back there. So make sure you shoot them because they'll drain your health away too. And I mean, I actually like that too. I mean, I was actually amazed. I actually shot every single solitary grenade that came at me, which is actually pretty funny. I mean, that was a pretty funny message, but it's actually pretty cool. I actually got every single one before they actually hit me. They would just keep going to the base and shoot everything that moves. Once you get to the door, take out the last of the knife guys, go inside, and then you start going through the next area, which is the base area. Now at first, there's going to be a locked door, run around, you try to check all the doors, and then you're going to get hit with sleeping gas. You're going to have to be, and so what happens though, the enemy traps you and steals all your equipment. So you can't go out the front door, so then you kind of find somebody else who looks like a spotter, it probably is a spotter. So he kind of says, I can help you, push the wall behind me to escape. Now, when you get into any battles, you want to make sure to tap A and B as fast as possible so you don't get shot. And you also want to keep moving the directional pad left and right so you can keep backing up. You need to find yourself a gun and bullets before you're able to continue forward. And they're on this side. The bullets I probably found a little earlier. I already found the bullets and I gotta find the gun. So it's in one of the rooms. Just, you know, just make sure you keep tapping the buttons. A and B, back up out of the room if you get into any combats until you get a gun. Once you get a gun, you're good to go. Also in stage 2 is some of the areas, there's also going to be rations. Rations are kind of like those hearts you find outside in the light gun in the first of the light gun areas. You'll actually be able to restore some of your health back. As I get into another ambush, Where is that bloody gun? I get into another ambush. I'm like, I know that bloody gun is bloody somewhere around here. There's another ambush. Just trying to keep on trying to find that gun. After a good little while, I find a ration, which, you know, as you saw there, restores some of my health. Just keep on running around the area. Like, gun, gun, gun. Where is that gun? I know there's a gun somewhere around here. After a while, I found a gun! Now I'm able to go in and start shooting up some enemies. So once again, just go through ambush. What you want to do in this area is that you want to find both of your key cards to escape. You have to find a memo. You have to find and you also have to find the gas mask. And then we're able to go through the next area of the game. So now that we found the now we actually found the gas mask. Now we're actually able to go to the next section of the game. I mean, of the area. Sorry, not the game, because we still have to find the 2 key cards. Now, unfortunately, there is no bomb on this part of the stage, so you don't have to worry about trying to rush to hurry up and get out the area as fast as possible, which is actually pretty good. But there's a lot of ambush points. Like I said before, in some of the areas in this game, you will actually find at least 1 or 2 rations. It's best to find those so you're able to like restore your health as best as possible. Also try to find some more ammo so you can restore all your ammo back to 99. So you're not running around so you're not trying to find ammo or anything. There's actually one time I was actually playing this game through and I actually ran the ammo. So yeah, you can easily run the ammo very quickly in this game if you're not careful. So I found some more ammo. Then I gotta do now is find all the key cards, find a couple more items, and then we're able to go to the next section of the game to fight the boss. As I fight key card number 2. I mean, as I fight. Find key card number 2. And as you see there, one of the items you're going to actually need to get to the 3rd stage is you're going to need the info for the material. That is actually so you can actually get to stage 3. Without that material, you won't be able to get to stage 3. Or it'll probably be a whole lot harder to actually do it. I'm not 100% sure. So then we find key card 1. All you have to do for that is just go out the front door by following the map. And then we're able to go away. Just run out the front door, and then as we jump in our helicopter, the place blows up, and then we move into our next section, 100% Top Gun, as we fly through a valley to get to the boss. Now in this area, you can't really maneuver around, so you're going to have to shoot everything. Also in this area, there's going to be different, I call them like missile walls, like platforms. That's this is what I'm kind of slowing down for, because you kind of see someone says danger, 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 danger. Is that pops up? The danger thing is that thing in the background. You can actually run into it, and you can actually kill yourself in one hit. I've actually done that a couple times. Or you can let the missiles kill you in one hit, which is also pretty annoying as crap to do. So it's best to slow down, get hover, and like try to slow down, and then try to like hit the missiles as best as possible, shoot missiles, and then blow those walls up. Now besides that, you also have to make turns, but usually the turns are always going to either be left or right. So it's always going to be right, left. So after we keep going right and left, and then we move on to our next part. Then we take out some more missile platforms, and then we take out some choppers. Now, like from Top Gun, the first game, you have to avoid coppers coming up at you from behind. If you don't move left and right enough, they will shoot you with a missile, and they will kill you in one hit. Like in the first Top Gun game. We're gonna come across some more walls, just shoot them, trying to get too close to them, or the missiles will kill you. And then make the turns you have to make, either left to the left or to the right. Then after making those couple turns, you're gonna come across some more copters. Just once again, do the same thing you did before. Try to avoid the choppers behind you, but they say locked on, because they will shoot you. Because if you don't, they will shoot you with a missile, and they will kill you off in one hit. And then we meet up with our next boss, the battle tank, or the tank. So what happens though? You have to hit every single part of this tank. And I believe I will die by getting hit with a missile. Earlier, what you want to do with this? You want to shoot every single part of this tank. You want to shoot the guns. You want to shoot every single part of the tank. Also, you want to make sure if you have some fuel left to use the fuel. If you don't, just try your best to stay alive as best as you can. And hopefully you'll have enough fuel so you won't crash and die instantly. Yep, there it happens. I got shot with a missile. Now, the best thing about this area is, unlike Stage 4, which is going to be like, I'm going to get to later on, you actually start behind. I mean, they'll actually back you up some, so now all you have to do is destroy those 3 gun platforms, and then you go back to the boss. So all you have to do for that is just go back, and then just blow the boss up, dodge all his missiles, refuel when you need to, and then you'll be done with Stage 2, and then you'll move on to Stage 3. So I'm gonna sit here and blow the boss up. I'm gonna sit here and blow the boss up real quick, and I'll see everybody at Stage 3. Hope everybody's enjoying. Later.